You better say your prayers, you flea-bitten varmint. I'm gonna blow you to smithereens.
You do that and I'll kill you.
Alrighty, metalheads, welcome to the show. This is the Bullshit with Bob radio show right here on Brutiful Metal Radio, motherfuckers. And I have live with me via phone all the band members from Kansas City's Torn the Fuck Apart. Welcome to the show, guys.
What's up? Thank you. And, God, did you get to say anything?
Well, guys, I'm really glad and thank you so much for being on the show.
No problem, man. We have nothing fucking better else to do than let you waste our time.
Well, we're glad you decided to, come and spend some time with us. We sure appreciate it.
No problem, man.
So, now we were discussing, you guys will be going in the studio pretty soon to record the, you guys' next CD. Now, y'all recorded an EP back in 2006, and you had just released an album in April of 2012. And actually, I have the complete album loaded up, The Dissection of Christ. And we'll take a break in a little while, and I'll play some of the songs for the listeners out there so they can get torn the fuck apart also.
There you go.
But those of you that have the gonads to hang around, we will play the complete album all the way through its entirety. So stick around, fuckers, and get torn the fuck apart.
Nice. Oh, yeah.
Now, let me ask you guys, the music you would be working on, are y'all writing in the writing process right now?
Yeah, we're in the writing process right now. We got 5 done and written, and we got 2 more, made guitar-wise, but not finalized or finished, and we're shooting for about 10 songs on the next album, give or take.
Now, will it be a continuation of the Dissection of Christ, or has it matured a little bit?
Music-wise, it's going to mature. I mean, we're always going to progress in our music and shoot to be better musicians in every aspect, but the type of CD, the scene is not going to be anything to do with religion related. We got that out of our system. We're going to go on themed albums. So this next album is going to be more of a sexual gore themed album.
Oh, cool. Yeah, the last album you guys did, Dissection of Christ, man, that shit was just fucking brutal. It's off the chain brutal.
Yeah, off the chain brutal. Off the chain.
Off the fucking chain brutal.
Well, that was the goal, man. Just be straight in your face as much as possible.
Now, what was the response like to Dissection of Christ?
Well, just like anything else, some people like it, some people hate it. That's just the way life goes, man. I mean, that's about as all I can say is some people like it, some hate it. Most religious people don't like it. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we don't know why.
Well, what I always say is, fuck the religious people.
We pretty well say the same fucking thing.
They can go listen to their gospel or whatever, and go fucking handle snakes and roll around the ground speaking in tongues or whatever the fuck them guys do, but,
Say all they want. We don't care.
Yeah, let them go believe in Santa Claus, it's all good.
All 5 of us do go to church every Sunday, Father. Everybody needs a good laugh. Damn it. Forget the comedy club, just go to church. You just spend all day laughing in there.
Yeah, pretty much right, man. I mean, if you want to hear some good stories, that's the place to go do it. Go in there, grab you a glass of wine, grab you Jesus chips to go.
Yeah, a fucking bottle of whiskey.
Now, on Dissection of Christ, you guys mostly were pretty anti-religious on the songwriting. What led into that?
I don't know. We just decided that we were going to do more of a concept album type deal, and that's just the first thing we all could agree on that we hated together, so that's what we went with. We all had common ideas and attitudes towards that certain aspect of life, the whole idea of organized religion. We really agreed that we all thought it was pretty premature bullshit. And you don't need a multi-million-dollar church, and you don't need to throw hundreds of dollars in a bucket every fucking week to show that you believe in something. I mean, you can believe in whatever the fuck you want. You don't need anything or anybody to prove it, and that's just what we believe. And our attitude towards towards organized religion helped to fuel the writing process of this album.
And I completely have to agree with you on that facet, because I think religion, organized or not, is really antiquated. I think, mankind at one time needed that to, in their ignorant phase, being cavemen, needed something to explain lightning and the sun and the moon and air and rain. But, we don't need that shit no more. We got this thing, beautiful thing, just, they just made it up, called science. That disproves all that shit.
Yeah, the advancement of human knowledge has pretty much proven the fact that it's all theoretical and no real statistical, proof whatsoever.
Exactly.
And, everyone needs faith in something. You gotta have faith, and that's whether it be religious or whatnot. Faith in yourself. That's all you need. Yeah, I have faith in hot dogs and Snicker bars, brother. See, and that's what Jeremy likes. But just bottom line, that was pretty much the way that we just decided on that to go with that album, and then our next album we want to go with more of a sexual grower, just balls to the wall out, really gross topics. So, yeah, to discuss the audience in a different fashion. Just to prove that religion isn't our only thing. We're not deicide, we're not any band that just strictly Vital Remain sticks to just bashing religion. Don't get me wrong, we got it out of our system. People know we don't. So now we're moving on to the next brutal thing, and we'll continue to do that type of themed albums throughout our career. But don't be surprised if it comes up again. Oh yeah.
I should hope so.
I promise you that, brother. There are plenty of religions left untouched by this band.
On the religious aspect, I'll say one more thing about that. I think one way we can help get our country out of this debt, tax the fucking churches.
Absolutely.
That's one of the biggest money-making schemes and control factors in society today. Tax the fucking churches.
The amount of land it takes up all the churches in America is staggering. The millions and millions of acres that churches sit upon in this country, not a cent of taxes needed to be paid on it. I agree with you 100%. For an organization that has the ability to influence public control over how this civilization functions is absolutely absurd, considering that they do not get taxed. I'll just go and say they spend hundreds and hundreds of $1 million on big, huge fucking churches, and all it is another fucking place to hide another fucking kid to get fucked in the fucking ass, Bob. Period.
Yeah, and I think every one of them assholes that does that to children, they don't need to be locked up. Give them to the children's family.
Just listen to Father and Phil. They'll let you know what's up.
Yeah. But, yeah, I really think, it's a control factor still. And here in Louisiana, you can't go a mile without passing 3 churches at least. And the sad thing is the churches here dictate where you can have a bar, where you can sell alcohol, because it can't be within so many, thousands of feet from a church. And I think that is such fucking bullshit.
That's just more reason to move.
Yeah.
Man, you got to go a couple miles down the street, you're going to spot a couple churches at least, unless you're on a gravel road somewhere. You might even spot one then.
Oh, yeah. You'll find some tent revival or some shit.
I'm sorry, man, what?
I said you'll go down some gravel road and find a fucking tent revival somewhere.
Yeah, you never know, man. We're really pissed off. It just sucks. And we pretty much, us living in Kansas, pretty much typecasted through the nation, especially from a religious aspect, because it's all over the news, especially with, Westboro. We're only, 45 minutes from them fuckards. But are we that close? Yeah, Topeka. I give a fuck. It's bullshit. And, it puts a bad name on an area, and we have no correlation affiliation or agreement with anything that they represent or do. And it's slammed all over the news, and it's typecasted, and it's just all bullshit. It's so much precedence and attention brought on something so frivolous and pointless. It's wasting America's intelligence. It's wasting humans' intelligence.
Now, let's get back to the music. Now, and going back to things that we have faith in, I have faith in one thing, and that's motherfucking heavy metal.
Fucking metal.
And listeners out there, prior to going live, Michael asked me a question. He goes, I wanted to ask you if it's okay to cuss on the radio. And, of course, my answer as always is fuck no. We don't fucking cuss on this motherfucking station. We just don't fucking do it.
I'm fucking out of here, then. Well, fucking A.
Now, let me ask you guys, what were some of your influences early on that brought you into... Say again?
What time you got?
Oh.
You had influences, and that's pretty deep. That's a really, really long road you can go down. Yeah.
Well, what initially brought you guys into metal?
Like what band?
Yeah, was there a band or a musician that made you want to become a metalhead?
I mean, we all have like the love for Cannibal Corpse, of course. That's a mutual band that we can all agree on. I don't. I fucking hate them.
Oh well.
I don't know. I mean, it just all depends. I mean, Corpse got us to all listen to death metal in some type of way, and then it just progressed from there.
Right on. Now, I got to ask you, being you guys dig Cannibal Corpse, which singer do you like better, Chris Barnes or Corpse Grinder?
You know what's funny is we argued about this last week, and it was not good because like half the band likes Barnes and half of them likes Corpse Grinder, but we agreed that at the time of when they both were playing, they're both good at what they do in the band. But like I think if you were to bring Chris Barnes on modern day Corpse sound, it would sound like shit. Hence the old sound that they had sounds great with Chris Barnes. And I think it would sound shitty with Corpse Grinder. Musical style, the tones. I mean, the way that they played back then was great for Chris Barnes, but now there's no way it would work.
Yeah, that's kind of the way I look at it. I think Chris Barnes fit the band for the time, and really, I think when they got Corpse Grinder, I think they really stepped it up a notch too.
Yeah, I think Corpse Grinder's like vocals just led way for more exposure, like for them to get a little harder. I don't know, just a little bit tighter, more intricate, technical. Cleaner vocals. With cleaner vocals, they are able to deliver off cleaner sound, more functional riffs, more Because just in the beginning, Cannibal Corpse is flat out in your face, just the brutalest fucking thing you ever heard with those guttural vocals, and that's what everybody wanted at the time.
Mm-hmm. And there's something about Hammer Smashed Face I still love. Still love.
Classic.
Oh, dude, is
I wouldn't be talking to you if you didn't love that, Bob.
Skull full of maggots. I mean, how can you go wrong with that?
Now for death metal, that'd be number one on.
Now, I'm sure you guys are big fans of Chuck and Death. And,
As I'm wearing the hoodie as we speak, individual pop patterns.
Oh, right the fuck on.
You fucking A.
I got to see them back in the day, man, for Human. And, it was a small club too. And oh man, it was just sick. It was fucking sick. I mean, they got up there and they threw down, had Malevolent with them. It was a great show.
Yeah, Malevolent. Fuck yeah, do anything off the Ten Commandments. In Death, I mean, fuck, there's, one of the forefathers from Spitting Bloody Gore, Spiritual Healing, Take. You give me some baptized in blood or pull the fucking plug any day, and I fucking bang the fuck out of my fucking skull, man.
I went and bought the Death Live in L.A. DVD you know, when it came out a few years ago, and it was just I was still amazed at how professional, you know, Chuck stayed throughout his whole career. I mean, the guy was just, he was a class act, great dude, but anytime he played a show, man, it was always 100%.
That's the way it should be with every band.
It should be.
If you go 100%, you're shit.
Exactly. Now, what are some of the some gear you guys use as far as like guitars and bass and amplifiers?
Okay, well, me, Michael, I play BC Rich guitars, and I use crank amplifier.
Now, do you prefer solid state or do you prefer the tubes?
We all play with tubes. It's that nice warm sound.
Right on.
Shut the bass. Here, Nick. All right, bless yourself. You hit the clip notes, fucker. All right. I'm running a Blackheart through a North Gate, through a compressor, through a tube screamer, into a Mason triple rec, and running actually a bass effects pedal through the loop for my clean channels.
Oh, wow.
Get the phone up, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm a musician myself and guitar player, and I play mainly on Jacksons, and I've really gotten into Line 6 over the last few years. I really like what they have. That's just a, you know, like I said, it's a personal opinion, but I just love the sounds you get on that.
You got a lot of pre-made sounds that you can easily like adjust and make your own.
And the cool thing I really found about Line 6, you know, if you get a pod or, you know, the footboards, you can plug it in via USB and go to their website and download patches, and you can even get the old Metal Zone pedal patch and have that in there.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay. All right, Daffy, what do you play with? I got a Trojan bass running through an Antec running through a 6 Ampeg cab with an MXR bass compressor.
Right on.
Yeah. I actually just got that compressor last week. I haven't had that up until now, so I'm pretty psyched on including that on my little setup here. Get some more crunch out of that.
Yeah, the compressor's really tighten the sound up, too.
Yeah, it's gonna make me fire on the throat a lot more easily, and I don't know. I think overall it's gonna help out with the depth and the crunch of the whole band. Yeah, bring out tap work as well, so that's not, you know, fractionally audio.
Oh, and
playing my fingers down, breaking nail off and shit. Oh, breaking nail. That shit hurts. Dude.
And
Jake, you play with.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
What?
No, go ahead.
Drum-wise, I play on Mapex drums currently, and mostly exclusively Zildjian cymbals. Few Wuhans mixed in there just for effect. But as far as electronics go, running through the Yamaha DT Express 2 head and different patches and mixers on it. But Iron Cobra pedals at the moment still, getting ready to upgrade to Axis later next month, or about mid next month. So that'll be good. And that's pretty much it.
You can never go wrong with Mapex drums, man. Those are fucking top of the line, dude. As far as I'm concerned, anyway. You get a great sound out of them.
They've done me well for a long time. You see, I put some good heads on them and stuff. They've held up. They've been road tested and beat the shit, and they're still fucking sounding decent. I like them. They're my first kits ever, and, you know, hopefully at some point I'll upgrade again, but, you know, who knows where I'm going to go from there.
And let me throw some links out for you guys. I've got Vixen's in the chat room right now throwing them up for me. You can find Torn the Fuck Apart on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/Torn the Fuck Apart. You can go to their main site at www.tornthefuckapart.com. You can check out their tunes on ReverbNation.com/Torn the Fuck Apart. And there's a shitload of other ones coming up.
By the way, that Facebook link, in typing out Torn the Fuck Apart, there's actually 2 U's in the word fuck.
Okay.
Yeah, it could find it hard to find if you don't put the second U in. To make it was known that it was you we were fucking.
It's torn the fuck apart.
Yeah, there you go. It was a little country accent on it. You all know that.
Now, I know you guys are currently writing and getting ready to go to the studio, and you said y'all are going to be recording 10 tracks. And do you have a running title for the CD yet?
Yeah, the CD is going to be titled Sexually Transmitted Torture.
Right on. So, death by AIDS.
Essentially. Several cancers. Right.
Gonorrhea-gasm.
Yeah, it'll be an orgasm for sure. Definitely gonna fuck your ear pussies.
Now, you guys are going to be playing any shows coming up soon?
That's all we do, Bob. Yeah, we play a lot of shows. We got a bunch of shows coming up. Usually we sit down a steady 3-a-month type deal. A lot of them's been local, but this year we're going to be getting out to Colorado, and we got like a 5-day little mini tour in Texas we're going to be pulling out this year, and hitting Oklahoma and stuff like that. And of course, shows pop up randomly. I mean, you can check it out on our sites. They're going to have updated with all of our list of our shows and stuff. Our next one's going to be February 12th at the Riot Room in Kansas City with the Return of Unmerciful, McClobber, and us. So that should be a really good one. It's even for a Tuesday, but it's going to be pretty brutal.
Now,
because McClobber's coming down from Wisconsin. Unmerciful's back. Yeah.
will you guys be hitting any of the Death Fest coming up?
We're going to be playing the West Texas Death Fest in March, and we're also playing the Colorado Gut Fest, Foothills Gut Fest, that's it, in June. And I think that's the only 2 Death Fests we have at the moment, but I'm sure something else will pop up. I just had the honorably decline the Las Vegas Death Fest, so that fucking blew.
Yeah, that does suck. We've got a lot of people that we know. The wife and I lived out in Las Vegas for a few years, and we know a lot of people in the scene there, like Guttural Secrete for one.
We'll definitely make it out there next year, though. We're on next year's.
Now,
And,
y'all gonna be doing November to Dismember?
let's say, what again?
Are y'all gonna be doing November to Dismember? I'm not even sure if that one's still out there. I know it used to be.
I haven't heard anything. The only 2 festivals I know that we're for sure on, well, actually 3 probably, is the West Texas Death Fest next year, Las Vegas Death Fest, and I am proud to say we are in line to play next year's Maryland Death Fest.
Awesome.
You're fucking right.
I've got some friends of mine from right here in Baton Rouge. You may have heard of them before. A band called Suture, and they were pretty fucking brutal back in the day. In fact, I think.
I remember hearing the name back in the 90s.
I'm sorry.
I can remember hearing of the name.
Yeah, they kind of fell apart in 2003 as far as gigging. They went and played the Maryland Death Fest that year, and that's when Suffocation came back, and they got.
Yeah, Suffocation. That's some brutal stuff with that new CD out.
And dude, they come back with the video. I just got home back from the Army not too long before that, and I was living with the guitar player. Me and him go back, God, like 25 years. Been friends forever. And the band brought the video back. And we were watching it, they were showing Suffocation on stage. And at every Death Fest, there's this dude that's, he's a paraplegic. He's in a wheelchair. And he gets in a mosh pit.
I've seen this guy. Yeah.
Everybody sees this dude, And he was in the pit, and I guess he hit somebody with the feet on the wheelchair. And the dude got up, and all of a sudden you see from out of nowhere, he does a running start, jumps up, and does a double kick into the back of the dude's head and throws him out of the wheelchair. Well, right after that, of course, everybody that was in the pit handled him up. the security guards got a few licks in on him too right before they threw him out the fucking door.
Of course.
You know, I mean, if you're going to have a guy out there and he's disabled, least you could do is look out for him. Let him get out there and have fun, you know. A mosh pit's where you're supposed to get bruised and cut. You know, it's not a pit unless you're bleeding. I don't give a fuck who you are.
Oh, right. I mean, if you get hurt, I mean, get the fuck out of the way, man. It's just gonna happen. If you're not down for it, just move the fuck out of the way. Man, we got a brother here that comes to every one of our shows. The show we just played for the Randy K benefit in Columbia, he broke 2 ribs. Couple shows before that, he busted his fucking nose. We just had a guy last weekend break his fucking wrist all during our pit. That's what it's about.
That is what it's about.
But you have to remember overall respect and honor in the pit. You have to watch out for one another. Shit does get fucked up.
You know, there's a lot of people, you know, talking about pits today. I remember I was a child of the late 70s, early 80s, when thrash came out, right before the onset of death. You know, that was when, you know, moshing really came out. And we get in the pit, man, we looked out for each other. Somebody fell down, you didn't go stomping on him. You picked his fucking ass up, brushed him off, and kept on going, you know. And, you know, there'd be times someone piss you off, and you'd punch him in the mouth, and, you know, it'd be all good. You go have a beer afterwards, get back in the pit, do it again.
It's the same way nowadays with us, Bob.
These guys nowadays, you know, I've seen a few pits where they go in there and they're doing all these karate kicks and stuff like that, which is, it looks cool.
Well, what's good about it here, at least, is that is faded out. We don't see a lot of that anymore. Yeah, that's what we all can't stand fucking dancing. It was really popular for about 2 years, maybe 2-3 years here, and it kind of just faded away, and now they just went back to regular mosh pit, you know, the good stuff. I mean, I'm sure it still happens, but every Brutal show that we go to, it's usually just straight balls to the wall pit. If they're in there fucking doing that Bruce Lee shit, they're normally on their ass. Taken out quick. Yeah. But pretty much the first one's on their ass at that point. Yeah, they don't last long.
That's good. I mean, you're supposed to be there having fun and getting beat on and beating on people, but, I mean, some people could take it, you know, way over the top.
Yeah, you don't show up in a karate gi and get ready to go into the pit and just start fucking wax on, wax off people. Like, no, it's fucked up. That's a good way to get jumped after the show.
Now, I've gotta ask you guys, what's the scene like in Kansas City?
It's not bad. I mean, compared to other places we play and we talk to other bands, we hear a lot of stuff like, you know, we're like the only death metal band, or we're blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, the scene's kind of hard here. But in Kansas, I mean, we got some good bands still, and there's still a lot of death metal shows that go on. And, I mean, I hear about death metal shows more than any other type of shows that I know of go on downtown in Kansas City. So, I mean, it's better than most places, but, you know, it's just like anywhere else. Sometimes it's a struggle to find a good show or a good amount of bands that come and go. But we're still here, and we stick around through thick and thin, so.
Well, you know, a scene really is as strong as the fans that show up to the shows, and as long as you got fans showing up and keeping it alive, man, more power to them.
I'd say it's definitely getting better than getting worse.
That's good. Because I always ask that question, you know, and I'll present it to you guys and see what you think. Do you see metal still gaining strength? Or do you see it kind of reaching a plateau at the moment?
I think so, just because I've seen younger and younger people still going to shows, still getting at it. I mean, like, kids that are probably still in high school are going out to death metal shows, like Team Dying Fetus and stuff like that. So I'd say that it's still growing. You know, I mean, it's not going to stop it. And it's just like anything else, you know, like history repeats. And if death metal might have got a little faded out in the beginning, it's going to come back real hard again. And I see that happening here, at least. It's making some circle on its way back.
Right on. And, you know, the death metal scene usually stays pretty strong anywhere that there is a death metal scene, because, you know, the bands and the fans always have a good rapport with each other. And some of the, you know, death metal fans are some of the most fervent and rabid in metal. Would you say that's the case?
We get it. You know, I mean, we get how it is, and it's not just a type of music, it's a lifestyle, you know? We respect the fans, they respect us back, and it's a full circle. It becomes a strong community, and we are proud of the Kansas City community of metal. It's a very strong underground. Right, and not just Kansas City, a lot of places that we play and we continue to visit. I mean, we still make friends, and people come out to shows and buy merch and stuff, so I know it's still out there, and people are still supporting it, and it's going to continue to grow, definitely.
Now, let me ask you this, too. What are your thoughts on mainstream metal?
What the hell is mainstream metal?
That's that shit you hear every now and then on the radio.
What the hell is the radio? I don't even know what you're talking about, Bob.
Hey, that's the correct answer right there. That's the correct answer. I just wanted to hear that.
Exactly.
I cannot stand mainstream terrestrial radio because it's so fucking watered down, and the major labels, you know, are in their pockets telling them what they can play and what they can't play, and I just think it fucking sucks.
Oh, yeah. And not only that, but, you know, half those mainstream people, they don't even write their own fucking tunes. There's no heart behind the song. There's no, you know, probably played with studio musicians or, you know, and it doesn't even matter. Everything's, and it's so cleaned up, too, like all the overproduced albums. There's no realness behind it. You can't even tell that, you know, a real guitar player's playing something or a real drummer's playing. It could just all be fake. It doesn't matter. It's made to make money, not to make music. For music and act. Anything fun.
I don't know. I think if you find the right chick, you could bang them to anything.
Exactly. It doesn't fucking matter. I mean, they deploy limitations upon the creative process, and if there is even any creative process left to begin with, they squeeze out whatever shiniest turd they can onto a CD and fucking ship it out.
Now, I want to ask you this, too. Do you find it better, you know, from a band perspective, releasing a CD or having everything on digital download, like through iTunes or Amazon?
I like being able to have it on CD just because when you buy it, you actually physically hold something. It's something that's yours. You know, you can look at. There's a book in it. You know, the artwork. I mean, that's always been a big thing with death metal is the artwork of an album, and you get to look at it and be like, oh, it's kind of fucking sick, and you know, shout out. Yeah, and I mean, just the bands. I mean, just having something physical makes somebody think, you know, not only are they getting the tunes, but they're getting a product. It's something they can hold on to, not just digital. There's an essence to the CD as a whole, between the CD itself and the case and the artwork and, you know, all the, yeah, as we all said, the lyrics, you know, more times than not, there's a lyrical content where you get to read the lyrics if you don't, you know, understand them to begin with.
Right.
However, there is a strong advantage of having a digital copy because it allows a wide, you know, broad range of, you know, potential customers and people to hear it, people to get it. It makes it so easy for people to get it. It's pretty much just best to have both options open. I mean, I like the idea of both. I mean, if someone wants the essence of the CD to have the physical copy, they can. We urge them to get in contact with us. We will ship you a CD. We will mail you a shirt. We will get you what you want, how you want it. You just gotta let us know because we're not fucking mind readers. I know bands still put out fucking cassettes. Mm-hmm. Right. I mean, there's something strong about a physical copy, and however, if someone doesn't have a problem with just getting a digital copy and the convenience and availability of doing so, then you know, more power to them. They can still get it, and as long as they're fucking up the metal and supporting the scene, man, that is the main goal after all.
The one thing that I see that's kind of wrong with the digital downloads, and instead of getting, you know, a band goes out there and works really hard, you know, writing 10 songs and packaging 10 songs, getting the artwork done, because, I mean, you really want to have a great cover. You know, that really is the, you know, first impression you'll see of a CD is the cover. If the cover looks sick, usually the music is just as sick. Now, when you do the digital download, though, you only get one or two of the fucking songs. You know, a customer may buy just the two that they like, and you know the band kind of gets screwed out the other 8. I think they really need to do a complete bundle instead of going track by track.
Absolutely, yeah, I can see that.
That's just my take on it. Cause I just think the bands are getting screwed out of it. You know, that way. Because I mean, they're paying what, 99 cents or $1.99 per track. You know, that they buy 2 tracks, and you got what, $2, $4, and you know.
Of course, if they were a true fan of the band that they're downloading, they would know to fucking to purchase the whole album, because you're not just gonna like the ones that you've heard. You're gonna like, you know, other tracks, deeper cuts, and stuff like that. If it could be avoid purchasing it from, you know, a middleman, a third party, go straight to the show and buy merch from them, because that money actually goes to them. That was some other asshole that's just trying to make fun of it. Or takes the cut, you know.
Right on. Now, something else I've noticed, I want to see what you guys think about this. When I was coming up, you know, of course, this was before all the subgenres of metal really kicked in.
Amen.
What's that?
Amen.
Now, something
I
really hate, you know, how everything is subgenre, because at the end of every type of metal is the term metal. We're all metal heads. Something I've noticed a trend, especially with a lot of younger bands, they're starting to pick and choose. Like you'll have Black and Death or you know, Death Thrash, and they're starting to bring the styles back together. And I think one day we may have just metal again. Are you guys noticing this as well?
Yeah, definitely. I've noticed the wide expanse of subgenres that have been created, and I can certainly respect trying to dim that down to maybe, you know, a collection, maybe under five or so subgenres. But when you expand beyond that, you really start picking and choosing and start nitpicking to the point where you're not even really listening to the band. You're just listening to what, you know, what it sounds like to you and what genre you would toss it into. You're not really listening to it for the music anymore.
And you know, on that facet, it's almost, you know, people want to be so anti-trend, it becomes a trend unto itself to be untrendy, you know, and then you get what I consider to be the anti-sheep. You know what I mean? And you get groups of anti-sheep, and they become sheep. They just don't realize it. I don't know. I just think it's hilarious, you know, watching that happen. Because I know a lot of guys that tell me, oh, I don't listen to death metal. I listen to slam grind. Well, slam grind is fucking death metal, dude. What the fuck is wrong with you, you know?
I like that too. Like even when we get reviews on our CD, it's kind of, I like just hearing what the dude calls us. If they call us, you know, death metal or progressive tech death or something fucking crazy, it's just like, well, I'll see what everybody else calls us. I have no fucking clue. I just thought we were death metal.
Yeah, well, one day you'll have bluegrass, crunkcore, slam, death, polka.
Probably. We'll probably be right under that label.
I mean, it's just like the subgenres, they just take it to the extremes of stupidity almost, and it just kills me. You know, it's just a personal observation I've got.
Yeah, that's what we are. I mean, it's just, if you're brutal and you play death metal, I mean, if you're brutal, we're going to play with you. I mean, I don't care if people call hardcore or whatever. I mean, if I like it, if it's deathcore or anything you want to put a title to, if it's brutal, it's death metal to me, and if I like it, I fucking listen to it. I don't give a fuck what it's called.
Right on. And I have to agree with you there because, you know, me being a metalhead, I listen to every kind of metal. Except for that shit that came out in the late 80s, early 90s with all the hairspray. Yeah, fuck that. But anything else that's real metal, that guys don't primp their hair up and wear fucking, you know, girly makeup on, I'm down with.
I got you, man. I got you.
That's the big no-no area for me right there. Guys want to prance around in their fucking spandex, throwing their junk out. No, I'm not down with that.
And we did that when somewhat drunk, but besides that, no.
Oh, and I wanted to bring up, which member was it that I wasn't supposed to say that about?
You mean Jake's package?
Yeah, the large penis. Ladies?
No, it's a small penis. You got it wrong. Just a rumor.
Oh, well, I mean, you know, if you rub it long enough, ladies, it may get long.
That, Jake, I mean, it's a fact. Who's it going to please this same game? That's all you need to know. Right, get around the Cosbys. At the end of the day, Jake wins the race.
First one across the finish line, right? By a head?
Right.
All right, I'll tell you what, guys, if you want to, we'll take a break and I'll slap on some Torn the Fuck Apart and let everybody have a little bit of ear candy.
Oh, look at that truck. Oh, man, appreciate it.
Right on. Let's see. I've got loaded up. God's Blood Turned Black, Father of Filth, The Dissection of Christ, which is the title track of the album, and Our Serpent Savior. So we're going to play these. This is Torn the Fuck Apart. You are listening to the Bullshit with Bob show right here on Brutiful Metal Radio. Global metal domination, fuckers. Alrighty, metalheads. We are back. This is the Bullshit with Bob show right here on Brutiful Metal Radio. And you just had your ears assaulted by Torn the Fuck Apart. And welcome back to the show, guys.
Yo, what the fuck is up, man?
So, we were talking during the break. You were saying that you wanted to go ahead and tell the people about, you know, the merch and what you got coming up.
Yeah, we're doing a logo change. More professional logo got made from us from a dude from Ken from Imperial Offering from New Mexico. He made us a real brutal ass logo to kind of just update it and kind of take us to the next level that we're, you know, striving for. And we pretty much all our old shirts were just kind of, let's say, letting fade out, and we're just going to come back with like 3 or 4 new designs, try and get some more miscellaneous type of merch like pipes and shot glasses and stuff like that, and some embroidered patches, embroidered patches, hats, hoodies, lighters, bottom t-shirts, chain up hat.
Wow.
Oh my God! And maybe a speech lesson, and maybe a Torn the Fuck Apart coffin.
I tell you, when you guys get some patches going, I want to get one of those.
Well, we have patches right now, but we're going to just, with the new logo, we're going to get some real nice embroidered ones. So we'll definitely send you one of those when we get in.
Oh, kick ass, kick ass. I got to add that to my battle vest, man.
Oh, yeah. We got 2 member prospects right now of NYDM in the band, so they've been getting patch crazy on their vests and stuff. So, and since we're talking about that, I would like to give a shout out and thanks to KSDM NYDM chapter president Matt Hams, who said he would be joining and listening to us on his internet, and to all NYDM prospects, patch members, and officers, horns up, brothers, loud and proud, screaming, worldwide and forever. I'm going to get that out there.
There you go. Right on. Oh, Vixen's crying. She wants a patch, too.
We'll send them for sure. Like I asked before, Bob, how deep are your wallets, brother? I want that list.
She wants to put it on her battle panties.
Oh, yeah. How deep is that list?
Now, like you guys said, y'all will be entering the studio pretty soon to get your next endeavor out, and you got some upcoming shows. I know you guys are running a little short on time tonight. Y'all have band practice and everything, so I want to go ahead and put out there, people in the chat room. If you have questions for the band, go ahead and pop them in. I'll ask them.
Bring it on, people. Make sure they're fucking good.
Yeah, Vix is saying her bestie is from NYDM. That'd be Wayne Lewis with Tainted Entertainment, upstate New York.
Nice. Hell yeah. Well, tell them horns up.
Oh, got my buddy Tony in the chat room. How you doing, Tony? This is Tony used to run a magazine that I co-owned with him for a while, and then he brought it back up, and I started writing with him again. That was Metal Storm magazine, and good to see him in the chat room. Really cool dude, hell of a guitar player, and just superb metalhead. So, okay, people in chat, y'all got any questions? I know Deanna has one.
She probably has a few.
Oh, yeah. I know the first one she's going to ask, too, but I like seeing her pop it up in the chat first. But fuck it, I'll go ahead and ask it anyway, because she's going to ask you boxers, briefs, or commando.
Whitey, okay, this is Whitey Tighty. Tommy is definitely commando. I'm more of a man thong. Michael's a man thong. Banana hammocks, yes. Steffi's an adult diaper. Great smugglers, dude, all the way. I disagree with that. The Jake has a tube running. Yeah, it's called a catheter.
Wow.
That's got to turn anyone on right there. He has a piss bag connected to his rack, which he drinks on stage. You have to check that out sometime. It's 100 proof piss. Yeah, 100 proof piss. On tap.
Well, there you go, folks. You heard it right there. Now, I've got to ask you guys, growing up, what were some of your favorite cartoon characters?
Beavis and Butthead. Yeah, Beavis and Butthead for sure. Martin and the Martian. Ren and Stimpy. Cow and Chicken. Cow and Chicken.
Oh, wow. Cow and Chicken. I haven't heard that one in a while.
Oh, fuck, man. I don't even know. Hey, them were all after my time, Bob.
Say again?
Them were all after my time. I grew up about 10 years before all these kids. So, I had the pleasures of doing the whole Peanuts, He-Man, Looney Tunes. I mean, motherfuck.
Oh, dude.
The whole Scooby-Doo, that fucking grandma with the bird. I ain't gonna lie, man, as a little kid and shit, Smurfs was fucking it up, brother.
My favorite one of all time, and it falls in the Looney Tunes category, and that's Bugs Bunny, just because he was such a dick.
Yeah, he was a little arrogant fucking bastard.
Man, he would fuck you up, and then ask you, what's up, Doc? Like, what the fuck are you gonna do about it? I dig Bugs Bunny.
He's like, I own this shit. Warner Brothers. I ain't gonna lie, man. Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner did some pretty brutal shit, too.
Yeah, they did. And you can never go wrong with Foghorn Leghorn, either.
No? That's it?
Yeah, that dude was fucking hilarious. Now, some of the newer ones that I liked, I got into Beavis and Butthead and Cow and Chicken, and, of course, Ren and Stimpy. But the last good one I really got into was Johnny Bravo.
Absolutely.
I thought that dude was fucking off. That dude was off his rocker, man. Now, if you guys had one stage in the whole world, what stage would that be to play on? And what would be the band you would want to share it with?
Oh, buddy. We all probably have different opinions on this. I would say, fuck, man, that's a question right there. I got mine right now, Bob. This is Jeremy. I would actually want to do the Bahamas cruise on their cruise ship that they do every year. Would be my stage.
Oh, that 70,000 tons of metal or whatever they're doing?
Fuck the 70,000 tons of metal.
That would be the shit, man.
I would have to say I would want to share the stage. It's a toss-up between Original Death or Obituary.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I would say I want to play the Vatican with Deicide.
Oh, another good one.
You want to play with Deicide again, you greedy bastard?
Man, Obituary would be a fun show.
Yeah, but we've actually had contact to them about shows, and I'm not going to say how much they ask because that would be pretty disrespectful, but it is more than anybody is thinking out there, trust me.
Wow.
DSI is relatively cheap. I'm not downgrading them because they're still making good money for what they do, but Obituary is actually more than 5 times more than DSI.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it looks like, as far as we know, we will not be playing with the Tardy Brothers.
Okay, anybody else have questions out there in the chat room? They're being quiet tonight.
Come on, let's liven up, motherfuckers. This is Death fucking Metal at its brutalist hour.
Well, Tony did put a comment up that he likes He-Man.
Fuck yeah, he likes He-Man. Give me some, like, what was that? Some, Beastman, Man-O-Arms, Merman. I'll fuck the shit out of that little Kira bitch. She was kicking with Beastman. And now, who's that little ghost dude, the Orko? Yeah, I'll kick it with that motherfucker, too.
Oh, Matt said, from KSDM, put up, or Bars from Hell Cruise.
Yeah, well, that one's a good cruise, too. Yeah. Either or on that. I want to get on a fucking boat, and I want to play some brutal fucking death metal in the fucking Caribbean or Bahamas. Boats and hoes. Boats and hoes. Boats and hoes.
Now, I want to put out your links again. You've got the Facebook page, facebook.com/tornthefuck, and fuck has 2 U's in it.
Fuck yeah.
Torn the Fuck Apart with 2 U's. You also have the www.tornthefuckapart.com. You can also find them on Reverb Nation, Torn the Fuck Apart. Check out their tunes and let them know what you think. I mean, that's some brutality all up in your face right there.
You can also do SoundCloud on Torn the Fuck Apart and Bandcamp. You can also, we have our Dead Religion video on YouTube that you can check out, and fuck you if you get offended. Closing in on 7,000 views. Which is closing in on 7,000 views. And
congratulations.
And if you still live in the MySpace days, yes, we still have a MySpace up. Oh, we have a Twitter? We have a Twitter up, too. We twat quite often, apparently. We're a Twitter twatter. We twat all day long.
Twat.
So basically everything on the internet that you can do for bands, we have. We have something out there. If you just Google Torn the Fuck Apart, you're going to run into pages and pages of stuff for our band.
Now, and one thing I want to throw out there, excuse me, I definitely want to thank Scott from Clawhammer PR for turning me on to you guys.
Oh yeah, he did a great job.
Oh, that dude he is so fucking uber cool, man. I mean, he gets all the cutting edge new music that's out there.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely use him again on our next album too, for sure.
Right on. And like I said earlier, guys, after y'all drop your next CD, if y'all want to come back on and push it on our show, definitely come back, please. I would love to have you guys back on.
Oh, I guarantee we'll be back. I can guarantee it.
Right on. Now, people out there in listener land, these guys are about to head out of here and practice. I want to thank you guys for coming on the show.
Well, thank you
for sure, man. And It's been an honor and a privilege for us having you guys on the show and assaulting us with your tunes. Really love it. I want to thank.
I also want to give a thank out to you, Bob, for having us on. I'd like to give a thanks to Deanna for supporting our music. She likes a lot of shit on Facebook. We post. She's always in contact with us. And I'd also like to give a shout out to Buffy Brutiful. She's one of your cast members, and she's also included in the Facebook support crew. We just we love what you guys do for us, and we appreciate it.
Well, actually, Buffy's right over here next to me. She's my old lady, by the way, my wife.
Well, your old lady hasn't said nothing in this interview, but tell her we all said what's up and appreciate the support.
Right on. I'll let her know. She's not feeling too good today, so she's just kind of chilling back right now. I think she's kind of soaking a migraine.
Tell her to smoke some weed.
Well, that'll be happening pretty soon. As soon as we get off air, yeah, we're going to delve down to go see the Wizard.
There you go.
I want to thank everyone that showed up in chat. Thank y'all so much for coming in here, because without you guys and listening in and chat and everything, I could not do what I do. And I appreciate every one of y'all for coming in. And, you know, Deanna, I can't say it enough. I say this every interview. She is like our backbone. She's, you know, she does a lot behind the scenes as far as, you know, promoting and getting everything set up. And, you know, really appreciate her. You know, she's my sis. Love her to death, and without Deanna, Brutiful wouldn't be what it is.
She's the wind beneath my wings.
All right, well, guys, gals, and whatever else is out there in listener land, I'm about to slap up some more Torn the Fuck Apart.
Yeah.
We're going to start up with Bashed In Prophets, the instrumental Purgatorium, Dead Religion, Decapitated Disciples, Crucifixion Infection, and Angels Decayed in Dust. So
can't go wrong.
Cannot go wrong. And here goes some more ear candy for you out there, fuckers. So enjoy.
You're listening to Brutiful Metal Radio, and you are here with Torn the Fuck Apart. Support your local metal scenes all over the fucking world.